In this video, I'll be taking you through the design of a body mount outrigger bracket. So what is a body mount outrigger bracket? As you can see over here in this image, the body mount outrigger bracket is a bracket which is attached to the side member of the chassis, and that is a sheet metal part, and you can see the holes there. These holes are for mounting the body mount, which is a rubber part. That is the interface between the chassis and the body in a body on frame vehicle. Generally pickup vehicles have a body on frame arrangement. So these body mount outriggers are very critical components of a frame, of a ladder frame, and we will see how we can design one with the context we have. We will be designing this component in Autodesk Fusion, which is a CAD software from Autodesk, using the surface commands, surface design commands in Autodesk Fusion. We'll be going through many advanced surface commands and how to use them to design these kind of parts. So let's go. So this is the interface data based on which we will be designing the outrigger bracket. So this is the body mount, the rubber body mount, and this is the cut section of the frame side member. So the outrigger bracket has to take support from the side wall of this side member. So let us start by sketching on this surface. So select sketch, create sketch on this surface and make a circle. Make a circle of 55. Let's make it 56. Exit the sketch. And then you go to surface, you create a patch. So we select the patch command and then select this surface and press OK. So we have created a surface. This is the resting surface. Now we need to extrude upwards. So we'll select this edge of the circle and extrude upwards like this. Let's keep it -10 for now. We can change it later. Now make a plane on this edge. So or we can make an offset plane from this one. So making a offset plane from this surface, offset by the amount which has been extruded. So that's 10 mm. So 10 mm extrusion, and a plane has been made. So now on this plane, we'll start sketching the profile. So we will hide the body mount part and then use this as reference. So first we will create a large circle. Let's just give a arbitrary value 95. Make this circle concentric with the existing circle. Make it concentric. Select both, control select both, and select concentric under the constraints. Then look at sketch from top view. Let's reduce this by 85, say 80. And then we will make these lines like this. Then over here, using the line command under create line. Now these lines make it tangent to this circle, tangent. Control select the line and the circle, make it tangent in constraints. Again do the same thing for this one, tangent, and connect these two ends, this end and this end. Make this horizontal, right click and select horizontal or vertical. Bring back the side member So this is the base sketch. Now, next step is finish the sketch. Use this, select both of these profiles, this profile and this profile, and go to surface patch. So we will create a surface over here. So this is the base surface. The next step is to create two planes. So we'll go under construct, we'll go select plane along path, and we will select this path. So plane along path, we'll select this line, and we will create two planes on either side. So for that, let us first hide this. So for that, under plane along path, it says that distance type proportional, distance is 0.277. So this is the ratio of the distance. So we can keep this as 0. So at this end, one plane at this end and one plane at the other end. So plane along path, again the same thing, and now press 1. So we have two planes on either side. Now we will sketch on this plane and make something like this. Bring in the interface component. So this will be the support wall. Basically it will be the form. So just bring this point inside and catch the point, this point where it transitions from this line to this line. Catch this point and intersect this with this. So coincident, this line and this point. Now before we go ahead, we can modify the sketch of this base surface so that, so this is a sketch of the base surface. You can move this point over here somewhere. So this point also moves. Similarly, you can move this point also here, or you can change the height. So as we go through, we'll understand what exactly is the use of this. So similarly, we have to sketch on the other side. So here, do the same thing. Make a horizontal line and make the slanted line, and the end of the slanted line should be coincident with this point. This point. Control select both of the points and make coincident. Again, we can modify this sketch like this. So these are the two sketches. Now, the next step is to create another sketch on this surface, So let us create a spline. Let us create a spline connecting this point and this point. And finish sketch. Now, what we'll be doing is we'll be using the loft command and creating a surface using these three sketches. So first profile is this and this. Second profile is this and this combined. So you can see the loft is being created, and the rail, the guide rail should be this. So this is a surface which is being created. So basically why we are creating is this is to get the extra support from the side member, because if we just connect it directly over here, we will be getting limited welding. But if we connect it from the top, then we'll be getting better welding and better strength for the bracket. So now we have this surface. Before we go ahead, you can see over here this curvature goes inside this side member. So we need to bring it outside. So for that, we need to modify these sketches. So bring this point forward. If this point also can be brought over here forward, and we can modify the sketch also, the spline sketch, something like this. So this is rounded because it needs to have clearance with this circle, which is the depression for the body mount surface. Finish sketch. Can further modify this. So now it is outside. The next step is to trim out this excess surface. So for that, we need to go into the trim command under surface, under modify trim, and we need to select the tool which will be used for trimming. So this is the tool and this is what we'll be trimming. So it shows that it's red, that means it will be removed. So press OK and that will be removed. Now bringing up the planes which we created earlier on those end planes. So again, sketching on those planes. Now we need to create the side walls. So just select these edges, this edge, and project it, create, project, press OK. So we have got these edges. Now from this point, drop a vertical line down and then like this, and then like this. Let's make this vertical. So you can see this is a closed profile. So this will be one surface. Similarly, you can do it on the other side. So just using this closed profile, just patch it. Just patch this and press OK. Similarly, do it over here as well. So go to create sketch. Again, select this line and select this line and go to create, go to project. Then drop a vertical line downwards like this, and this. Make it vertical and create the patch. Press OK. So none of these parameters are specified. They can be changed depending on how we want the profile to be. So we can always change these parameters later. So the next step to create the side wall, as you can see, the side wall over here is missing. So for that, we can create a loft. Go to create, go to loft, select this edge, it's profile 1, select this edge, this is profile 2, and in guide rails, select this line, this curve, and then this line. So it will nicely loft the surface and press OK. So we have the base surfaces, and these surfaces can then be filleted. So first we'll have to join all of these surfaces. These all surfaces are separate. We need to join them and we need to stitch them together. So for that, we have the stitch command. So select all of these surfaces. So this is the first one, second one, third one, this one, this one, this one, this one, all of them, select all of them, control select all of them, and go to stitch command under stitch. So this will stitch all of the surfaces together into one single body, one single surface. Now this excess surface is inside the side member. We can trim it off. So for that, we can just go to trim. Or before that, let us just give the fillets, then we'll trim off the excess surface. So the fillets are the tricky part. We need to be careful how we give the fillets. So first, let us give the fillet to these edges, this one and this one. Make them, let's say 90. Make it as smooth as possible. So even if we want to increase, let's say 100, or even you can have it 150, as smooth as possible. Next, we can give the fillets to this. Now these fillet, we can give a variable fillet over here. So to give a variable fillet, under fillet option, there is a radius type and then there is a variable fillet. So select variable applies multiple radius values at points along a fillet. So select this and we have 2 points. We can add more points or we can just change the value. So let's say this is 10, this is 20, or let's say this is 20, and we want to add one more fillet value over here and we want to just reduce this over here 10 so that the gap is maintained. So if we do like this, so the curvature is maintained, but here we are able to reduce the fillet. So this is the variable fillet command which will allow us to do that. So press OK, give variable fillet 20, 10, 20, 20 on either end and 10 at the middle because of the curvature or because of this edge. Press OK. Again, go to fillet, go to modify, go to fillet, select this. Again, do the same thing. 20, 20. Can have 20 on either side and press OK. Now we need to give just one more fillet, which is this sharp edge which is running across it like this. So just go to fillet again. If you press F, we will get the fillet. So if you just press F, press F, we get the fillet command. So just select this and here we can give variable fillet again. So let's say if here we want to keep it 8 mm and here we want to keep it 15 mm on either side, because the higher the fillet is, the better the formability of the bracket will be. So you want to keep the fillet at the end higher so that it's formable in sheet metal processing, and press OK. And then we'll give fillet over here. Keep this as constant. Select the edge. Give it a 6. So you can see this is intruding into this fillet. For that, we need to modify the sketches again. So for that, we can just go to the main sketch. That is this sketch where we made the first. If we just bring in the, okay, this one. So yeah, if we just make it 85. Okay. And we had a spline, which is this one. So we will just move this inside a bit and see. Yeah, now it's okay. You can still increase the radius. Or here you can keep it 90. So yeah, now the gap is there, sufficient gap is there. It is not interfering with each other. So if you just go to display settings, go to visual style, go to shaded. So it's giving a clean look. Bring in the body mount. Yeah. So now the next step is to just trim off the excess surface. So trim tool is this. Select this plane as the trim tool, and this surface, select this surface which is to be trimmed off. So it will turn red if you click on it and press OK. So it has been trimmed off. So this is the surface for the outrigger bracket. And actually we have forgot one fillet. So we'll just give that, which is this one. This fillet is 6 mm. Yeah, so now it's fully smooth. Now we go to create, go to thicken. We need to thicken this. We need to thicken it downwards. That is downwards. So let's say minus 2.5. That's a generic thickness of a body mount outrigger. So this is the sheet metal component.